Hey, what is up guys? Today I'll be doing another update deck profile for Felgrand. So I took a lot of comments from you guys, took it seriously, so I actually updated this deck and it's pretty good actually. So I want to show you guys what I have in this deck. It's a 40 card deck and a couple of extra deck, and I'll show you guys the couple of test hands in this video. So alright, so starting off with the first its monster is Felgrand. He's only one copy here. It's a really good monster, so you really don't need to worry about getting him being out. So there's a lot of ways to get him back into the graveyard if it's necessary. I put 2 copies of Starliege Seyfert. I don't know how to pronounce that. Sorry about that if I mispronounce it. So yeah, he just 2 copies, but 3 copies actually pretty good. But I want to try to stick with 2 copies for now. But if I think it's necessary, 3 copies will be good. 2 copies of Heartbreak Dragon. He's still really good, so I just want to keep him as long as I can. I have 1 copy of Chaos Dragon Levinier, 1 copy of Envoy of the End, 1 copy of the Envoy of the Beginning. I have the 1 copy Odd Eyes Advanced Dragon, 1 copy of Darkest Diablos, 2 copies of Nebula Dragon. It's a really good monster. 1 copy of Galactic Spiral Dragon, and last dragon is Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon. So those are the monsters, and I think this is still considered a budget because there's a lot of reprints, so you can actually get these cards easily. So moving on to a more supports for this deck, I have a side frame driver. It's also good because I have the Gamma, also Alpha. You could do like 2 Gammas instead. Apparently this card Gamma is actually better than the others, so but yeah, I'm just doing a little bit of everything for now. And our last card is Performance Damage Juggler. It's a really good card for the battle damage. It'll make that equal to 0, and then you can search for other performance if you banish this from your graveyard. Moving on to spell cards, I have 2 copies of Chaos Space. It's a good search for Envoy of the Beginning, Envoy of the End, and also I have the Levinier, so you could actually search those cards. You have to discard the opposite attribute, which is light, so you could use this card, and then it has a draw engine as well. 2 copies of Dragon Ravine, 2 copies of Return of the Dragon Lords, 2 copies of Trade-In, 2 copies of Dragon Shrine, and give you a little help or additional sending to the graveyard card. You could use Foolish Burial. Is a really good card. It's always good as a staple card for any deck. I have the 2 copies of Foolish Burial Goods. It's still good. 1 copy of Metamorphose Fusion. It's another drawing engine. I have 2 copies of Allure of Darkness. And lastly, Monster Reborn. So last thing is the trap cards. It's a really good disruption, and it's still considered a budget. Network Trap Hole is a really good. And last thing is back to the front, just bringing back my monsters to the graveyard in defense position. Moving on to extra deck here, I have just 1 copy of a Heretic Seal of Heavenly Spears. I have a Romulus. It's a good card. I have the Galaxy Eyes Soul Flare Dragon. You could actually get Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon or Photon Thrasher or whatever. You could actually put that into the deck. I just have this just in case. I have a Topologic. It's a really good card. I have the number 62. I have the Armor Photon Dragon, Cypher Dragon, number 97. I have the 46, 27, followed by number 81. Tsukuyomi, just in case if I ever have a 2 Paladin of Felgrand or 2 level 4 light monsters, you could actually put this and you could put it on the side or something. And the last thing is Stardust Dragon. So now let's actually move on to the test hands combo to see how this works. Alright guys, we're back. I'm gonna go ahead and do a couple of test hands for this deck and see what you guys think of it. So I just did a shuffle before the cut, or after the cut. So I'll just do a little bit of quick shuffling here. Alright, so basically let's kind of start off with the first few hands here. see what I can do from here. Okay, it's okay. It's not too bad. What I want to do here, maybe Foolish Very Good to activate and go ahead and send spell trap card from my deck to the graveyard. If you wanted to have this card ready, but let's say Envoy of the End is now banished, so I don't really think I can do this yet. So maybe I want to actually. You can actually do either way. If you want to do this first, which just send to the graveyard and then basically shuffle this back and draw one card, so it's not too bad. Or if you want to actually work on Allure of Darkness, just draw 2 cards and get rid of the Envoy of the End first. You can do that. So I can go ahead and draw 2 cards and then banish Envoy of the End. So I'm gonna go ahead and banish, put it right here. All the graveyard right here is kind of bright on that side. So I have these 5 cards here. So what you can do here is just use Foolish Very Goods and send Chaos Space right here. You can do that. So what happens is you can actually put the Envoy of the End back to the bottom of the deck and draw 1 card. So I'm gonna go ahead and banish, oops, it's hard to grab. So go ahead, banish, put this on the bottom of my deck, and then draw 1 card. Okay, it's not too bad so far, but yeah, you are doing right now is just a lot of this setting up for disruption. So what you can do here is not special summon, set the network trap hole to the field and then just end your turn. Now let's your opponent's special normal summon. You can actually get the alpha if you can special summon, and that's only if you think that monster is threatened against your deck. You will probably do that, and that depends on the timing as well. So go ahead and get those 2 monsters here. During the end phase, these guys are banished, and then it basically triggers effect. So basically, yeah. So let me actually go back and read this again. I forgot what it does exactly. So yeah, if you can, special normal summon while control monsters, you can special summon from my hand and special summon this guy as well. And if you do, I can add the side frame. So I can add Gyama to my hand. So just prepare for the next turn in case I don't have any monsters for that. But these guys will be banished during the end phase. So in case your opponent's special or normal summon from the deck, I can actually use this card to banish and face down. And obviously your opponents will destroy one of these guys, or probably both. And yeah, these guys will not go to be banished, just fine. And in case your opponents have any other ways to just damage me like a battle, you could actually get this card, send it to the graveyard, and then make that battle damage to 0. Now it's my turn. I can draw a card, so I have another performance. It's okay, I guess. I can go ahead and set this card face down, and I am my turn. Now your opponent has any monsters that like a card effect, you can actually special summon him from my hand, and then special summon this guy from my graveyard. So what happens if you special summon this guy? You can negate the activation. If you do, destroy that monster. So it's a really good disruption card. Like I said, in case I don't have anything else to do, this is another way for disruption in the deck. And in case these guys will be destroyed by battle or whatever, it's fine. I can use back to the front to block, to have an extra block in my field. So I mean, either way, it doesn't matter. Special summon it, and it probably be destroyed at some point. So now it's my turn again. Go ahead and draw for a turn, and you can do Dragon Shrine. And so far, I don't have anything in my graveyard that are dragons, so I can't send any like Arc Raid to the graveyard. So what I'm thinking here, maybe I can try to send any other dragon monsters I can think of. It just depends on the situation. So maybe I could grab, Darkest Diablos to the graveyard. It's all in a certain situation. And if you know that you're gonna get damaged by battle, then you will probably be ready to set Juggler to the graveyard next turn. So now let's say your opponent's turn, they try to attack, and I can reduce to 0. But that's only the next battle, a battle step. So that's the only thing. So now it's my turn again. I'll do one more card. Okay, this is why I like Nebula Dragon. It allows me to have, in case I have level 8 monsters on here, but I don't have ways to get it out, I have Nebula Dragon. Special summon it by revealing level 8 dragon monster and special summon them, but their effects are negated. What you can do here, you can actually do, maybe I can do Link Summon. Maybe I can get the Heavy Link Spears, that's a really good card. And now that ends my turn. There's nothing else I can do right now. So now if your opponent has any really good card to threaten me, I can actually distribute this and return that target to the hand. And then if I do, if this card is distributed, I can special summon Dragon Monster from my deck. But attack and defense, I believe, yeah, both are 0. But you can still use its effect, which is a good thing. So I'm gonna go ahead and get Arc Brave. And then in case this guy will be destroyed by battle or card effect, I can special summon Dragon type monster from my graveyard, level 7 or 8, during the standby phase. So let's say it's destroyed, but there's no other monsters on the field for attack, which is fine. Go ahead and draw for turn, and then I can bring back any one of my Dragon type monster, except Link monster right here, from the graveyard. So maybe I can grab. I'm not so sure. I'm pretty sure some of you are like, get this guy, get this guy. Yeah, I'm not really so sure yet, but I can go ahead and do. I guess I'll do Allies Advanced Dragon. And what I drew here is Dragon Ravine, so I'm not really ready to put this on the field yet. If I'm lucky, I can destroy one monster during the battle because he's 3000, and if it does destroy a monster, I can special summon Dragon Monster level 5 or higher Dragon type monster from my graveyard. So what I can do here is I can do maybe another level 8 monster, maybe Darkest Diablos. I can tribute Dark Monster to trigger its effect, which is basically choose one card randomly from your opponents and put it on the bottom or top of the deck, which is one way to do it, but I'm gonna go ahead and do a overlay. This is actually one of my favorite, number 62, and overlay with Photon Dragon, or Armor Photon Dragon, and then go ahead and trigger its effect. And I'm gonna go ahead detach Darkest Diablos, and just target one card on the field, destroy it. And it's a 4000 beat stick, so you can actually do a really good with the battle. And that ends my turn, and you will be lucky to have this guy alive because there's a lot of decks that use card effect to destroy one monster on the field. So let's say it's still lucky to be alive. So I'll do one more draw here. So okay, this is actually not too bad. I'm gonna go ahead and just keep it as it is and go ahead and use this effect, detach one card, destroy one card on the field, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's go ahead and do another test hands here because I'm getting out of the cards in the deck. So I'm gonna go ahead and do another test hands, and I'll be right back. Alright guys, I'm back. So let's do another test hands here. Let's see, maybe I'll go second. How about that? Assuming I go second, and unfortunately I do not have Ash Blossom or anything like that. So this is still considered a budget deck for any other players you're watching and playing Felgrand. This is actually not too bad. It's still considered a budget deck. So okay, so let's say I draw for turn, and I have here, there's no level 8 monsters, so I can't really discard by using trade-in, but I can go ahead and use Foolish Barrier of Goods to send spell or trap from my deck to the graveyard. I don't have any other dragon monster that it cannot be normal summon or set that is banished, so I can't really use this Chaos Space for that. But also, instead I can actually send Metal Foes Fusion to the graveyard. So I can go ahead and do that in this turn. Let's see, send it to the graveyard, and then go ahead and put it back to the deck and shuffle it and draw one card. So Chaos Space and Metal Foes Fusion has a very similar effect, especially the second effect. Except Chaos Space, you have to banish it and use the rest of this effect and then draw one card. So that's pretty much the only difference. But yeah, you still have the draw engine. All right, draw one card. Okay, this is Okay, so I can go ahead, you know, it's fine to do the set or whatever, but I do not have any other dragon monsters. So what I can do here is just take the damage, I guess, and then in the next damage step, I can actually discard Juggler to the graveyard for negate that or make that 0. Let's say draw for turn. I have Dragon Shrine. Not too bad, I guess. Let's see what I want actually. Let's get this guy out. Actually, I haven't seen him for a while, so let's get Felgrand to the graveyard. Okay, so let's get Felgrand to the graveyard, and then go ahead and set back to the front, set on the field. Hope you guys can see that. Yeah, I can end my turn with that, but also before you end, you can actually use this card right now and have this guy, you know, it's all up to you. So I can before I end my turn, I can go ahead and do that. So Chaos Form, send Starliege, search for Dark Monster that cannot be normal or set. Yeah, that's a lot of stuff I need to think about this. So I can go ahead and get Livianier. Yeah, so I can go ahead and end my turn there. And then it ends, or before you end it, this is all up to you here because I have a lot of cards. I have one more cards to play. You can actually activate trade in, send this guy to the graveyard because you're not really trying to get all these monsters out right away, but you are trying to set things up here. So I can go ahead, trade in, draw 2 cards. Okay, a little better than expected. So I got these 3 cards here. What? Before you end it, this is all up to you. Like I said, I can activate Dragon Ravine, and then discard 1 card, send Dragon type monster from deck to the graveyard. You can actually use Return of the Dragon Lords to the graveyard in case your opponents would destroy them by battle or card effect. So go ahead, I'm gonna go ahead and do that for you guys. And gonna get Dragon type monster. Yeah, this is just depends. So I'm not so sure, but I can go ahead and get Archbrave Dragon. Okay, so I have my turn here, and the opponent's standby phase. Oh, this is in my hand. Oops. Okay, mess. Special summon. I'm gonna go ahead and put in defense position and activate its effect. And you might be lucky that your opponent doesn't have anything to respond to that. So let's say if he does, banish 1 monster and gains the attack equal to its level. So, and that's for attack and defense. And your opponent has nothing. Maybe you have a card effect to destroy this card. You can actually banish Return of the Dragon Lords. And maybe during the end phase, I can activate back to the front. If you know that there's something like face-up spell or traps on their field, you can activate this card, special summon him, and banish all those cards, and then gains attack and the defense. So that's pretty much that. And then let's do a couple more draws here. Okay, that's pretty decent. Let's see, I have to check my deck here, graveyard here. Yeah, it's not, there's no banished dragon monster yet, so I'm gonna have to wait on that. What I can do now is I can do a link summon with the Archbrave and a Felgrand. What I can do here, or if you want, I can get like, so before I go do anything else, I can actually normal summon Alpha, because it's a tuna monster. I can actually get these 2 guys. This is just an option, so you don't have to worry about like, I have to do this card. Like, no, you don't have to do anything. So I have this guy here, Stardust Dragon. So basically, you guys know what it does, so you don't really have to worry about it. But if you know that your opponent has any chain or card effect to trying to get this guy, it's a possibility. But if they know what it does, then I don't think they will do that at anytime soon. So now let's say I'm thinking if there's nothing else, then I can do like maybe overlay or maybe a link summon. Let's just do a link summon here. So now I have this guy. I can end my turn there if I want to, and during the standby phase I can get this guy because the Archbrave Dragon sent to the graveyard, put it in a defense position. And in case your opponent has a card effect to destroy this card, I can tribute him, right? If I tribute him, you can negate it and destroy it. And during the end phase, if this effect is activated and it was not negated, you can special summon him from the graveyard. And I also tribute him for any card that you think is gonna be threatened. You can do that as well and trigger its effect and special summon dragon monster from my graveyard. But its attack and defense are gonna be 0. I can get Galactic, which is fine. Yeah, your opponents might have other monsters to attack or have a card effects to destroy this card. I guess that might be okay. Let me check my graveyard one more time, making sure if I miss anything, you guys will just say something about it. Yeah, let's say it's 2500, well it's 0 right now, so I don't think it's gonna be protected. So now my last draw, I guess I can try more. You could actually get this guy from the graveyard, use its effect. It has to be level 8, search it back to my from the graveyard, which is pretty good. So I can go ahead and banish this guy from the graveyard and get light or dark monster from my graveyard added to my hand. You know what, I'm gonna go ahead and get this guy. And then what I'm gonna do is 3 light and or dark monster. Ideally, you can do both. But if it's only light, you can special summon 1 monster from your graveyard to defense position. So if you still want to focus on Felgrand, right, you could probably not banish Felgrand from the graveyard. So what you want to do, maybe I want to just get rid of him. Perhaps get rid of him. And last thing is get this. Yeah, so you can only do 1 at a time. I don't know if I can do multiple, but I'm not so sure. You can clarify that for me. So special summon him, and I did both light and dark. I can use the third effect, which is destroy up to 2 cards on the field. So let's say if I do that, and it's not targeting, it's just destroy. So which is good about that. So let's say if I destroy 2 cards on the field, and that's that, which is pretty good. And I can attack. Let's say your opponent doesn't have any monster anymore because I might destroy those 2 monsters. I can attack them directly. So that's pretty much a 3000 beat stick. It's actually pretty dang good. Maybe during my main phase 2, I can actually using Dragon Raven's effect, discard, and maybe I want to get another Archbrave Dragon. So during the standby phase, I can get this guy. So you already getting your boss monster out. It's just how you manipulate the deck. So far it's how it is. I know there's a little bit of few brick in that or slow, but you have cards to actually disrupt your opponents. Depends on the situation obviously, but this is actually not too bad. Alright guys, that is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this deck profile, and I hope this will help you guys with your Felgrand deck. If you want me to do another test hands video exactly this deck, yeah, let me know in the comment section below so I can do more of tests. So I might have a lot of holes or loopholes or some mistakes. Yeah, that will help me out, help us out, clarifying things for each other. So yeah, just let me know in the comment section below. Also, don't forget to follow me on social media, Twitter and Instagram. Yeah, if you have any requests, yeah, just go ahead and type me up or whatever. So anyway guys, I will see you guys in the next video.